Dr. Bill, my name is Zenzi. Green hat, sorry, it's quite dark here this morning. From your perspective, I'm way in the back on the right side. I've been at CSA since the week after Easter. Special place. And unfortunately, it's my job to give you some constructive criticism. But also, I want to share the magical miracle of understanding the concept of complementarity. When you filter in that bit of quantum physics into human functioning and consciousness, it brings immense clarity. Now, using the complementarity, I am both in desperate need of your assistance, and I am offering to be one of your teachers. I am a Buddha. I am aware as could be. My role is that of Kali. I am the one who loves humanity the most, and that requires destruction of the faulty, flawed, and fraudulent paradigms of the Western thought tradition. You could call me the whistleblower of the Western thought tradition. The last 500 years of whiteness, very specifically, is what I'm gunning for. I am one of Einstein's superhumans, and I have the power to catalyze the future that your granddaughter deserves. However, in the here, now, and present, nobody has the attention span to be present to the complementarity of me. I excel at being a wave, but everyone wants me to become a particle. I excel at extraordinary things, but everyone bullies me to do the simple things when I'm asking for help for the simple things. I'm literally asking for help for everything. My life is in danger. I'm autistic and I'm kind of blunt, but I have slept in the parking lot of CSA since August 1st. The community has basically ignored me, ignored helping me. Instead of helping me, they've given me advice. This is part of the fake news. This is part of what we're battling against. People don't listen fully. They're just going in their Rolodex for a response. I am a Carnegie Mellon degreed philosopher. I have founded an entirely new branch of philosophy. Well-being philosophy, hashtag well-being philosophy if you're a Googler. I use lots of YouTube videos like this one. And what I need is for the community to stage a right livelihood intervention so that I can find a patron here on the peninsula to unite us as one species. We simply cannot solve planetary problems like climate change, the ever-escalating burdens of chronic disease and mental illness, and the dehumanization of capitalism in races and silos of classes and nations. We must all have marching orders, which is we're going to self-extinct in 30 years. This is a philosophical argument. I've looked at the logic. It's almost inevitable. And see, this is the energy of Kali, that very few humans right now have the attention span and the presence to see I'm delivering with so much love. And I just need just a little help, a spare room for just a little while, some funds so that I'm not starving and freezing to death, and that I have electricity and a device so that I can bring these words to the world. Everything has went wrong for me because I dwell in a different mind state. One of being a Buddha. I'm very aware. I live in altered states of consciousness as a secular person. And unfortunately, much of what comes back out of the spiritual path is toxic positivity. I was verbally assaulted 5 times in the 7 days before your birthday by members of the community twice in the sanctuary. They were doing the best they thought. They had the best intentions, but they weren't being present enough to everything going on. When a person is living in torture, they need the space to actually talk about it, emotionally process. And my sin was responding truthfully to the question of how are you? Sounds like you need to adjust your perspective. Sounds like when somebody has a real world problem, it takes real world people to cook them a meal, to invite them to breakfast, and this is the worst thing. All I've ever asked people, in essence, is to introduce me to new people, to more people, to help me network, right? I've not wanted any more time of anyone than to make an introduction. Thousands of people I've asked to help me not be alone in the world, and not a single person has introduced me to one more person. I'm going to ask you to sort of amplify that up now, because I'm way past being able to network one by one. I need the community of CSA and a right livelihood intervention. I'll do this performance and not have as much trauma in it because somebody has finally comprehended me. And then I'll be networking on my way, and CSA will have had a great role. I'm sorry to put it into the complementarity terms, but CSA is either going to save my life or kill me. And I know these good people don't want that karma, but I've not been able to find anyone else who's done the advanced work to see that when a Buddha comes out of her cave, there's a period of time when she must have elder foster care. I gave up everything of this current civilization to understand how it's all wrong, why it's all wrong, and how we fix it. And I can do it. It's called Lifecentric Thinking. Beyond that, where the money comes in is I have developed the next neuroscience. The next big field of scientific inquiry is bioelectromagnetism. It addresses not simply the ever-escalating burdens of chronic disease and mental illness in an entirely new paradigm. I'm getting rid of mind-body duality. I'm the philosopher to come in and explain what Descartes got wrong, how we need to pivot it, and that has to change how we do science, because we're doing the science of human functioning based on duality, and we must begin immediately to do science based on unity, body, mind, and soul. Pardon me. It's very hard having lived 20 months in my vehicle. My body is shutting down. That's because no humans on this planet have the time or the mental focus to offer me love. And the concrete thing that I'm asking for, to meet more people who are interested in consciousness, and the whole project plan for global warming and all these different things, it all comes down to understanding consciousness and using that to unite us as one species. Please reach out. Let's have a meeting. Let's talk about the complementarity and human functioning. Harmony.